Alright guys, welcome back. This is Vape. I'm back with hopefully a quick video. This is the third attempt at recording this video. Now, I got myself a new mouse, as you probably know from the title at this stage. I got the G600 from Logitech. Now I have the G500 still. It is going to be replacing a 2-year-old mouse. This mouse has served me quite well, but I do believe that the buttons are a little bit too heavy on it, as well as the fact that the right button sometimes now double clicks, which annoys the shit out of me. Now I know there's a fix on it online. People are saying you take it apart, you clean something, and then you apply some force to the clicker thing, and you basically kind of bend it back into shape. But I don't believe that I will be able to figure that out, because I mean, even though I'm not completely physically retarded with trying to take apart electronics, I just, you know, it's small little tiny little metal components which I don't really want to mess with while the mouse is kind of still working. So what I'll do is I'll probably just give it to my brother. I don't think he uses the right click that much or something like that, even though it's not happening all the time. The thing is, it only happens sometimes, every maybe, I don't know, a few days or something like that. So I don't really understand how it starts happening and how it stops, but whatever. Anyways, I got myself the G600. This mouse is an MMO gaming mouse. As you can see, it has a ton of buttons on the sides. It's basically the direct competitor to the Razer Naga. Now, I've looked up reviews, I've looked up a lot of comparisons, and everyone seems to prefer this to the Naga. Now, I do think that the Naga looks cooler, but I do believe that this thing has a better optimization. I don't know if you can call it optimization, but it's basically better for gaming, because the Naga, I noticed it has all flat buttons on the side, which I don't really like. It's very difficult to kind of get used to it, as well as the fact that, you know, well, it's not as obvious, even if you're playing at night, and or if you don't want to look at your mouse every now and then. It does seem to be a bit better to have these, because I don't know if you can see, I'm gonna bring it up, but yeah, it's just about visible there. I'll bring it even closer. But they're all they're grouped into two groups. They're two groups of 6, and they're kind of facing in towards each other, and basically it just kind of divides it into 2 sections, the front section and the back, and each section has 6 buttons, and they're all kind of facing like this. So there's 2 groups of this and here, and basically there's 6 on each side. Kind of makes it a lot easier to use. Now I gotta say that it's very easy to reach them. They're also, I think they're a little bit further up than the Naga, which is pretty cool, because I mean, you can't exactly, you know, bring your fingers back here. Now I figured that the front 6 are no problem to reach at all, absolutely no problem. The third row of buttons, which is 15, 16, 17, they seem to be quite a little bit difficult to reach. Now the bottom row, which is the last 3, they're quite easy, because then you can just get it with this part of your thumb. It's quite easy. It's just a matter of getting used to. Now, as you might have noticed as well, the colors are cycling. There is a way to actually make this a static color, so it doesn't change, but right now I think when you plug it in first time, it actually does cycle. There's also software which you can download, and you can customize all the buttons, probably make macros, just like for the Logitech G500. Now I do have the setpoint software actually installed, so it might and it might not work for this mouse as well, and I'm not sure if it will, but we'll see about that later on. I'm probably not gonna put it in the video, but it's more like, I mean, it's not really important information, it's just for me. So overall, the feel of the mouse is very good. I like the matte kind of finish. It doesn't reflect any light, which is nice. I don't like shiny mice that reflect light. That's bullshit. Also, I read that this is a hydrophobic surface, which means that it does not attract fingerprints and smudges that easy. It'll basically prevent you know, your mouse from getting dirty that easy. Even though I gotta say, in 2 years I've never had to clean my G500, and I don't know if you can see there, but I mean, there's almost nothing on it. Like, you can't even see any bit of dirt on this mouse. It's just that good quality. Sorry if that made noise for you. Anyways, last thing that I want to mention is the size of these mice. Basically the G600 is actually a little bit smaller than the 500. I'm going to bring them up directly side by side onto the camera, and you can see that wait, it actually looks bigger here. Why does it look bigger? Right, hold on, there we go. About like that. Okay, so the Logitech G500 is about 10% bigger, I would say, in volume. Not exactly 10%, but I don't know exactly what the measurements of it is. But I have a medium-sized hand. I don't have a small hand. I don't have a big hand. And for me, this mouse is absolutely perfect. I can use it as a claw grip or as a what's the other grip? I can't remember. Palm grip, I think it's called. But I usually hold my mouse like this, which is kind of like halfway between them. I know some people like to hold it like perfectly flat. Some people like to completely kind of grip it like with just clicks like that. But I just kind of have a relaxed kind of hold on it like that. So I'm really looking forward to playing with this mouse. I'm going to probably be using the buttons for WoW mostly. I don't think I'll be using them for League of Legends at all. I'm kind of used to, you know, using my QWER already, so I don't really want to get used to it again. It's going to probably, you know, cause problems. So anyways, that's it. I would say that basically if I had to review this mouse, I would have to say that this mouse is absolutely awesome. I mean, this thing is amazing. It looks awesome. And I really look forward to using it because it's just everything about it is cool. Actually, I didn't even notice, but on the right side here, there's like a rubbery kind of texture, which is really nice to the touch. Now, it's actually for your pinky basically. So basically, you can either have your pinky on the bottom button, or have it on the basically the rubber thing there. I was also considering getting a rat. The MMO rat, but I just don't like the way they look, to be honest. I know they're probably awesome mice and some of you might have it and you're going to be like, oh my god, that mouse is the best mouse ever and it's so customizable and all this stuff, but to be honest, I just don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way it's fully metal. I mean, it's not heavy, so I just don't like the way it feels and looks. Also the fact that it has so many crevices and holes that I know it's because it's customizable, you can take them all off and all that, but it just doesn't quite do it for me. It just feels like it's gonna get dirty, that it's gonna be a problem for me, and I just went for something like this. Now I still have to get a keyboard. Now some of you may know I like to use this. This is the Logitech K360, I think, wireless keyboard. Now this keyboard has been with me for about almost 2 years as well, but sometimes every now and then it decides to just stop working for like 20-30 seconds, something like that, and it kind of really is bad. I mean, if this happens during a game of League of Legends, I mean, I'm like sitting there 20 or 30 seconds without a keyboard. Now I've also got myself recently on eBay, I got myself one of these. This is, I don't even know what make this is. It was some cheap 15-20 euro bullshit. Now it does have, you know, backlighting, it looks cool and everything, but it's a piece of shit. Main reason being is the keys are very not sticky, kind of difficult to press, and the tab key is very stiff. I'll actually show you. That's how I click it. Do you hear that? It kind of sticks, and then it fucking, when you put enough pressure, it like breaks down, which I really don't like. Also the space key is kind of same. Well, not the same, but it's not as responsive. Like if you click it on the edge here, sometimes it doesn't register the click, which is just not good enough for me. So basically, I'm gonna get rid of this thing. I've kind of figured out what keyboard to get, because as you might know, oh, also another important thing is it doesn't have anti-ghosting at all, like not even a little bit. If I was trying to hold W and then my mount key in World of Warcraft is Alt \, I couldn't do that while walking forward. Say if I'm a druid, I can't go into cat form because I have a macro that does that automatically. But anyways, I couldn't use that macro at all. Or that shortcut, which is really a problem for me because I like to press multiple keys at the same time. I also type very fast, so sometimes it would not register some keys. Very big problem for me. I can't do it. Now this keyboard was a little bit better, but as I said, it is stopping to work a little bit now. So basically I'm going to try to get a replacement for it. If anybody has any suggestions for that, now I don't want to buy something like a Corsair K60 or something like that. I want something cheap. It doesn't have to have macro buttons, it doesn't have to have backlights, it just has to work well, wired, and to basically have support to press multiple keys at the same time. Now if you're just speculating that it can, please don't link those. Just let me know about something that you personally have and use for gaming and it works well. So that's it, 10-minute video almost. I didn't mean to make it this long, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.